everyone. I am Shanti Landon, and I am here today with Chaplain Lance Dustin. He is the senior chaplain at the Placer County Law Enforcement Chaplaincy, and I'm really excited to be here today with you to learn more about the chaplaincy and just how the community can help you. So let me just start by asking you if you could tell us a little bit more about yourself and how you got involved in this line of work.
Absolutely, and thank you for giving us an opportunity to tell about the chaplaincy. So, about 27 years ago, I was going through Bible college, and I was looking to get involved with a ministry to help propel me, or I think experience is a better word, in my role, my journey to become a pastor. And there was a lady in the church, our church that I was attending, that was a chaplain. And I started talking to her and asking her questions about what a chaplain does. And I just became really interested. And so as I began to research it, I think God just kind of moved me in that direction. And it was a ministry that is, it just includes everybody, you know, and so it goes across all denominations, all religious backgrounds. And I think that was something that really hit home with me. And, you know, just being able to meet people in the worst times of their lives and just share God's presence.
Yeah. And you served in law enforcement as well, right?
Yeah, so I've been a law enforcement chaplain, a volunteer for 26 years, a little over 26 years. 18 and a half years of that, I was a deputy probation officer in Yolo County.
Great.
So law enforcement has always been a part of my heart, I think.
Yeah. Okay. So what type of situations do chaplains typically get involved with in the community?
So kind of stepping back a little bit, we have two mission fields in the chaplaincy. So I have law enforcement chaplains who serve law enforcement officers, their families, and the agencies. And then another mission field that we have is our community chaplains. They serve the citizens within Placer County. So as law enforcement chaplains, we are involved in any major incident, as well as our community chaplains are too, but death notifications, suicides, homicides, fires, major incidents where chaplains can come alongside the officers, come alongside the community and help them out. So law enforcement chaplains can cross over and do the work of a community chaplain, but community chaplains can't cross over to the law enforcement side. And the reason behind that is the training is different. So our community chaplains go through a 16-week training program, and then they have to occur 30 hours of field service before they are allowed to be doing calls on their own. Our law enforcement chaplains go through the same community chaplain academy, but they're also required to do 40 hours of training that is standard post training. And then our law enforcement chaplains are either licensed or ordained ministers. The privilege behind that is we are chaplains to our law enforcement. So when we're out there riding along in the cars or we're sitting in briefings, if anything were to happen and we were subpoenaed to court, I have, as a law enforcement chaplain, I have the right to confidentiality.
Oh, okay.
So I have that pastoral penitence.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, that makes sense. And you kind of touched on it on the training side of things. So when someone gets done with their hours, does that mean that they can now go out on their own to a call, or kind of what's the difference between when they're going through their training?
So in the 30 hours of training, they could have 100 hours of calendar time where they sign up, and it's just a luck of the draw. So when they go through their training, they are called out, but they are with a senior chaplain or an experienced chaplain, we'll say. And as they get closer to the end of their 30 hours, and depending on how they're coming along out in the field, then we switch it and they lead the call, and the other chaplain's just there to support them. And then once they have their 30 hours, or really, if I have a chaplain say they are ready to go on their own, I will let them know that I'm considering letting them out on their own, and they will lead the next 2 or 3 calls that they go out on. And then once they are ready, We do a celebration with them. We kind of do a changing of the shirts, and our trainees wear tan shirts. Our community chaplains wear a burgundy shirt. So we do kind of a honoring switching of the shirts, and
Yeah,
make it
well,
a
that's
big
cool.
deal for them.
Nice. How many calls typically in a year do you see?
Wow, every year is different. I think we had, if I remember correctly, we had over 34,000 hours invested in last year.
Wow.
And I think somewhere over 750 call outs.
Okay. Wow.
So,
That's a lot.
yeah.
All right. Are there any volunteer opportunities or ways that people can get engaged with the chaplaincy?
Yes, I'm glad you asked that question. We are constantly recruiting both community chaplains and law enforcement chaplains. And as I said earlier, we have a 16-week academy. We do that academy once a year. It is incredible training and gives people tools that they can use anywhere, even outside of the chaplaincy. And so if anybody is interested in becoming a chaplain, they can go on our website, which is placerchaplains.com, and I have a page set up devoted strictly to how to become a chaplain, and they just fill that out, and then we move from there.
Great, fabulous. And then do you have any events coming up that you're promoting and you want to get people to come to?
Yes, we do. We have two of our major fundraising events coming up. The first one will be September 22nd up at Palisades. If you've never been to the Palisades Ski Resort, this is a great opportunity to be able to go up there and look around. Our event will have, they'll be serving hors d'oeuvres. We have an open bar, and we have multiple levels of table sponsorship as well as individual tickets. And we will be doing a pretty huge raffle on a wine tasting trip that includes a plane and a limo ride. So,
wow. All right.
People are excited about that.
Great.
And then October 9th, here in town in Loomis, we have our 13th annual Back to Badge barbecue.
Great event.
Yeah, that one, people love that one. It's going to be catered by T-Bones. I don't know if you've
Nice.
ever had
Yes.
T-Bones, but I was super excited to get them. And again, we have some amazing raffle prizes to go. We have a silent auction that every time I think it can't get any better, somebody adds something to it. So I'm super excited about that. And both of those events, you can learn more information about them or sign up through the website. We have specific pages for each of those events.
Great, that is fabulous. And then just one more time, I want to revisit the idea that the chaplaincy does not represent any particular religion, correct?
Yeah, absolutely not. We go out there and serve. So if I come to a home and they're a Catholic home, and the first thing we ask is, who's your local parish? And we contact the local priest to come and minister to the family. And that's with any church or any, we are just there to provide resources and support.
Yeah. And
So-
if someone doesn't have a religion, if they are, don't have any particular belief system, how might you interact with someone like that?
We're as chaplains, we're neutral. We're not there to push any religion on them. They're going through a very traumatic experience. And really, oftentimes, our role there is just a quiet presence. When we get there, when we're in homes, they've lost a family member's lost somebody. It's so overwhelming, and there's so many things going on around them that we're there to kind of be a buffer between them and law enforcement as law enforcement's doing their investigation.
Yeah.
And then, we provide information on what the steps are next, contacting a funeral home. And we stay with them until that family member is picked up.
Yeah.
So.
Great. Well, thank you so much for sharing about the chaplaincy. We just love the work that the chaplaincy does. We're so thankful for you. And we know the work you do is really, really important to not just the community members, but to our law enforcement as well. So thank you for the work that you do. And we're really looking forward to your events this fall.
Well, thank you. And thank you for giving us this opportunity. I have the honor and privilege to serve as the senior chaplain, but really I have 31 community chaplains and 8 law enforcement chaplains that just do the work. So
Great. Well,
thank
thank you
you.
very much.